Ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of a story, the beginning of an adventure, the return of a lost but not forgotten genre. This is a space sim. This is Star Citizen. More specifically, this is the Star Citizen Hangar module. It's a game that's in very, very early alpha, probably the earliest state you'll ever be able to see it playable, some sort of a game in at all. I've talked about this game before on my channel, but things were a lot different then. I had a ship to show you guys, and it's 2014. A lot is going to be happening with Star Citizen in 2014, going into 2015. So I really wanted to rediscover this game for a lot of you guys who maybe are new to the channel, new subscribers, or who are just forgotten about the fact that it existed, and remind you that it's here, and that it's going to be knocking on your door, and if you own a PC, it is a game that you should be keeping an eye on. So what I have here, this is my RSI, Robert Space Industries Aurora. This is the first ship I purchased when I backed the game around a year ago now, I believe. And recently I've made one more purchase. One final piece of backing to support the development of Star Citizen going into 2014 and 2015. It's a very special ship, and it's going to help me carve my own personal story in the universe of Star Citizen. Are you guys ready for it? I don't know if you're ready for the awesomeness that you're about to see. You ready? You want to peek out a little bit? There it is. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my Aegis Dynamics Avenger. This is my wonderful, wonderful one-seater ship that I'm going to be using to take on my role as the ultimate bounty hunter in the universe of Star Citizen. That's my plans anyways. Who knows? Somebody could throw me a very large sum of coin, maybe even a ship, and sway my decisions, as bounty hunters often do. But this is my latest baby. This was actually a birthday present from my parents. My parents are so awesome. They still buy me birthday gifts all the time on my birthday. And my mom came to me and she asked me, what do you want for your birthday? Usually for my birthdays and holidays, I ask for the things that I really want that I don't actually need because I won't spend my own money on them. And I said, can you buy me a spaceship? My mom said, sure. And I showed her the picture of this, and then this is what I got for my birthday. So the last piece of backing I'm going to do for Star Citizen. So let me show you guys this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Star Citizen. I want to remind you guys what's going to be going on with the game in 2014 and why you should keep an eye out of it. Now, I also want to mention that this is all extremely early alpha. For those of you who don't understand, Star Citizen is one of the first 100% crowd-funded games of space sims, is what I should say. There's a lot of games that are completely crowdfunded, but this is a game that has taken being crowdfunded to a whole new level. I think we're at 37 million now is the next stretch goal. So yes, $37 million completely crowdfunded. That's a lot of money. It's not as much as you may think. I mean, there have been games recently, GTA 5, for example, I think was in the hundreds of millions for development, but it's a lot of money, and it's going to allow the team at Cloud Imperium Games, CIG, to make a very, very special game. Of course, with the infamous... Let's go ahead and get in here. Oh, yeah. So here it is. Look at this. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous ship. So as you saw when we were initially coming into here, actually, I completely forgot to show that. We actually have some holding cells in here. So these can actually be opened up. They're holding/sleeping cells, we could have some friends on board, some fellow bounty hunters just hitching a ride. So they're just, sleeping out back here. Or we could have some dignitaries that we may have kidnapped or are possibly protecting for an extremely large piece of cash, space credits, chilling out back here. Of course, after we knock them out, I mean, we don't want them. I don't want to listen to them sitting back. Why are we there? You just pop them in the nose. Throw them in there. You get to the destination. Throw them out on the dock. Where's my cash? It's bounty hunter. That's how you do it. So here's our comfy sleeping quarters. I like the beds. I mean, look at that. That looks comfortable by bounty hunter standards even. And of course, as we enter our way through here, the door should have opened, but it didn't. That's okay. It's alpha, as I said. Into our cockpit, which of course will probably be lit up with all sorts of actual, readouts, holograms, and things of that sort as we fly our way into the depths of the verse. So you'll see we also have a much larger hangar. If you guys remember the original video, the Avenger came with the business class hangar, which is pretty damn big. It also has our shooting range in it, which has been added to the game now. And of course we have some holiday wreaths made out of cables and some sort of tree leaves, which is simply because they haven't patched the hangar since the holidays. So that was a nice touch by them, though. I'm a big fan of that. But this is my new baby. This is my new ship. This is what I plan on flying at the beginning of Star Citizen. Of course, as you play the game, you're going to be able to get your own ships. I mean, you can technically get this ship once you're in the game. There are very few ships that are backer ships that are going to be unique to just backing the game. A lot of these ships and more will be available when the game finally releases sometime in 2015. So as I was saying, 2014, that's not the actual year that Star Citizen plans on releasing. That's going to be 2015, but a lot plans on happening. We're going to be having the Hangar module, which got pushed back from December to sometime this year. I imagine we'll probably see it maybe in February or March. It really depends at this point when they decide to push it out. They decided to do some big changes with their their net code of how the multiplayer works. And from that point, it's up to them. How many ships do they want to put in before they release it? How much of this they want to do? Either way, I'm looking forward to it very, very much, and I hope when it does release, the Avenger is one of those ships. Either way, at least I'll probably have my puny Aurora there to fly. As long as I'm flying in this game, I'll be happy about it. This is the shooting range that they recently added. I'll show you guys this briefly. There's not really any sound effects or anything. A lot of it is still not in the game. As I said, very, very early alpha. This is the first time that a developer has let people be, so involved at such an early state. I mean, no one has really done this before. It's a completely new thing, and a lot of other developers, I imagine, are looking at the team here, Chris Roberts, the infamous Chris Roberts of Wing Commander, of course, and saying, man, you're crazy. But you know what? It's been doing them really well. If you're looking to get involved in the Star Citizen community, even if you don't plan on backing the game, I'll have a bunch of links in the description. I want you guys to really check out. There's Wingman's Hangar. It's a weekly sort of pod video cast that they do. Lots of the different developers come on, people from the artwork, people from the programming. They come on and they talk with Eric Wingman Peterson. And it's just an awesome show. There's tons of questions asked from the forums. I mean, it's just a weekly dose of Star Citizen. It keeps you coming back just to hear what's going on with the game, seeing, their new offices, everything that's happening, the money that the backers have already bought, motion capture things for them, and new tech to help them make the game better. So much with this game. They're doing such a great job of staying in touch with the community. It's a really special thing to be involved with this game. This is more than just alpha and beta testing. This is helping, play a game from its most bare, builds up to the final product, and it's genuinely special. I'm really excited to be a part of it. I also want to show you guys probably one of the coolest things about the hangar. I mean, the Aegis is pretty badass, I mean, it really is. And of course, these alien silhouettes that we're shooting at are also badass. The Reese, again, also badass, but nothing beats what I'm about to show you right here. This is a Footlocker by Steiner. But let me show you why it's so special. I want you to listen, and I want you to watch very, very closely. Is that not the best sounding and best looking thing you have ever seen in a game? It's the details like that that impress me. I like when developers can go out of the way to put such detail. I mean, it's just a Footlocker, right? Why not just have a lid open? No, I mean, this is a space Footlocker. This is a business class hangar. Men of business, bounty hunters, pilots, merchants, traders, they own these types of hangars. They have damn cool Footlockers. They don't mess around. Let's close our Footlocker. Gear getting all space dusty and stuff like that. So even at this early state, I mean, to me, everything about Star Citizen just screams passion project. That the team behind this game is obviously trying to do something special. They're trying to make the game that they've always wanted to play, the game that doesn't exist. And for that, I have no problem backing this game. I think I've spent $90 now. I believe the Aurora was a $30 backer, and that ship, the Aegis Avenger, was actually $60. And the thing is, I want to see games take a gamble. I mean, they're not really taking a gamble. I want to see them take chances. I want to see them make a vision, have a passion, and push for it. I don't want to see the same recycled crap over and over. I'd rather pay... This door doesn't open, does it? I'd rather pay $70 for a game that could be good than pay, even $30 for a game that will be mediocre. I like the fact that, they have a vision, they have a goal, and they're striving for it. And it's that simple, and I really am confident in this team. And again, even if they failed, I wouldn't care. I really wouldn't care, because at least somebody in this damn industry full of stale, burnt-out ideas is trying to do something fresh. I mean, 2014 and 2015 are looking to be the year that I think passion and innovation and design are returning to the game industry. New concepts, new IPs, returning IPs, returning, genres like the space sim, coming back with, more force than ever, trying to do really, really new things and just trying to change the way we look at video games again. Star Citizen is one of those games, and that's why I'm so happy to support it. I cannot recommend it enough to you guys who own a PC. I mean, this is just an alpha. If you're seeing the frame rate drop, it runs very, very rough. It's running on the new CryEngine, which is great, because in the future, that means two things. That means, one, if you have a beefy PC, this game is going to look amazing for you. If you have a lower end PC, it's still going to look amazing for you. If you guys have played Crysis 3 and Crysis 2, unlike their predecessor, the original Crysis, the CryEngine 2, the CryEngine 3, they scaled very nicely, and so does the newest CryEngine. Low-end PCs running it, I mean, this is running on the lowest settings, and it still looks great. If I boosted this up to high, my frame rate wouldn't be able to handle it right now with my rig, and with the optimization is really a big thing. None of this game is optimized at all. A lot of it is just, you know, this is what they're working on right now. There's a lot of other things happening, and it's all going to mesh together eventually. But it's going to be a game that just about anybody's PC can run, you know, obviously within reason here. Not to mention, going into 2014 and 2015, we're seeing PC parts get cheaper and cheaper. It's becoming more affordable to build a really decent high-end custom PC for, you know, like $1,000, which is just something you couldn't do. When I originally built my PC 7 years ago, I mean, $3,000 got me what, if I paid $3,000 now, I would have an insane PC at $3,000. But, you know, 6 years ago, it got me a really high-end PC, you know, for $3,000. Whereas now, what I built, you could build for like $1,000, you know, the same quality, and it would last you the same amount of time. So, 2014, keep an eye out for Star Citizen. Keep an eye here on my channel, because I'll be giving you guys updates every single time something new happens with this game. As soon as that dogfighting module launches, you can bet your butts that I'll be here flying around in space, having a really good time testing this baby out. I'm really looking forward to the future of this game. I'm really looking forward to being Tony Mo the Bounty Hunter in my Aegis Avenger. It's been Tony Mo, guys. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I will see you in the verse.